Whoa, that was weird. Hey chat, welcome back. Good to see you all here for Old World. They've got a new big O DLC, but before we get into that, I wanted to take a look at the latest update for Foxhole. I know it's kind of unrelated, but they do have, I guess, a lot to do with an open world warfare type thing. So anyway, welcome back. Good to see you all here. Thanks again for subscribing, hanging out, and being awesome. And thanks for hitting that like button too. One's in the chat if you smash that like. We're going to jump over to, I'm going to try to find where Foxhole is right now and see if we can take a look at their live event that's going on. Let's see. So the devs are having a stream, an official one.
Oh my god, it used to be...
Oh, who the hell was that? I'm going to try to see if we can find their official stream. We'll probably jump back a little bit and see where it is. And then we'll take a look at all the new things that they're going to add. We'll probably play this with, like, Uthris and... Trying to find where their official stream is, though. It's kind of hard to figure out. There's a ton of people actually restreaming this, but like it's hard for me to find the original. Foxhole game, that might be it right there. Okay, cool. Oh, naval warfare reveal. Oh, what? Hold on. All right, wait a minute. Hold on, this is big news. Okay, it looks like Foxhole is getting naval warfare. This is going to be interesting. Are we going to watch this for a little bit, and then we're going to go into Old World. Old World also has naval warfare, so
we're very excited.
Kind of related. Let's see.
Things you may expect and maybe things.
Okay, so if you're just tuning in, this is Foxhole, the top-down, like procedural battle that has, or continuous battle between like thousands and thousands of players. And they're also making a new game that's a medieval game called, I always forget the name of it. Is it Siege Empires or Anvil Empires? Or I think Siege something is the developer. I think it's Anvil Empires. And they're making a medieval version of this where you can build castles and stuff like that. But here we go.
This is our 54th update.
Wow.
So we produced 54 updates. Here's some of the past updates for those.
We started playing this game right at the beginning, and we picked up around Inferno. It had been a long time since we played.
And yeah, I guess we can just show you what naval warfare is all about. So
oh my god,
straight into it now.
I don't think we played Arms Race, but we basically played every update since the game came out, which I think was Inferno or right before. We played Winter War, then we played Inferno. Oh my god, large ship classes. Oh, you can actually like operate a ship together? How the hell is that going to work? Oh wow, above deck cruise. Oh, might be worth putting out a video on this one. Just a trailer and just be like, whoa. Because this is a pretty substantial change to the game. Oh, you can work below deck too? Oh my god, imagine how many people are going to be on a... There'll be probably as many people on a ship as used to be in a server. Well, maybe not that many, but I could imagine definitely like at least maybe 20 people being part of each of them.
Just a brief look.
Yeah, so let's start here with the large ship classes, which is at the center of this of the naval warfare update. So what we really want to do was provide an entire full-fledged experience for the naval game. We want to take Foxhole, this persistent war, and add an entire new expansion of gameplay onto the naval side. And there's a lot of things here that we kept in the spirit of Foxhole. So one is that like everything, we always want lots of players.
720 is the best
so
as it gets.
Some of the largest ships, part of naval warfare, are going to support literally dozens of crew members working both above and below deck. There's going to be many roles. They have to work. They have to work all in tandem if they want to succeed.
Wow.
And
I wonder if we can get the goof troop together on a smaller ship,
challenge
like a cruiser.
Getting, both the areas inside and the outside of the ship to be functional, to be walkable. You can have a firefight inside.
Oh, right.
Everything.
People can board your ship. No way. I didn't even think about that.
One of the big goals we had at the start was ensuring that
people could just come aboard and steal your battleship.
Huge strategic level assets in the war, similar to a base, an important base in the world.
Can you imagine
are gonna be,
how many resources it's going to make to not only build a ship, but
ships are able to
operate, like to continuously like fuel this thing? Because this thing's probably going to have to return to port.
And also the oceans, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Wow.
Later on in the stream. And one of the big things that I want to emphasize is that these ships, in Foxhole fashion, are meant for everyone to participate. So going back to the bunker bases, these are for everyone, but we specifically have designed it so that there is both private functions. So more private groups have a role in controlling these ships, but they're also 100% intended to be shared with everyone. Everyone can participate in the fun, right?
Yeah, I really want to emphasize that point about the supports dozens of crew members. We really wanted to design these ships around like you want as many people with you as you can get.
Right.
So even if you have a clan,
Goof
even if
Troop,
you
let's
were
go.
working together with
Uthras,
some
we're going to have to
players
call
with
in
the ship,
everybody we know.
you're going to want as many people to help you out as possible. So bring more people on, public or more clan members. We want to try to get as many people involved in this kind of gameplay as possible.
Absolutely. So, in terms of
I like how this is like a spreadsheet.
roles,
Or like
so in order to actually
it's like a timeshare presentation.
manage and effectively pilot and use a ship,
You're getting your flip phone ready to call everybody in?
numerous
Oh,
roles and
wow.
systems on a ship that players have to work in tandem, right? So this is a very Foxhole thing, right? Like
The
everyone has to work
magazine,
together. If
engine
you don't work
room.
together, you're gonna lose your ship, right? So
Yep.
here's an example, and we're gonna dive a lot deeper as we get into each type of ship.
No
but at a
way.
high level, here's some of the roles and systems. Players have to, if you want to pilot your ship effectively, you have to manage the engine room. If you want to ensure
by the way,
that you're
Uthras,
effective in combat, you have to have
there's an official launch date
soldiers
for the King 2. It's coming out 2nd of November.
There's a barracks that acts like a fob, so you can
For the King
set up a
2,
spawn point
2nd
there,
of
you can
November,
access
confirmed.
stockpiles, and there's other more specialized roles here.
I wonder how many sensors there are. Just sonar,
And
radar?
there's other parts of the ship too. So we wanted these
Oh,
ships to
automated
feel like,
guns too. Nice.
Really, really immersive.
I wonder if you can choose
immersive
which
and tactile
guns to build on
spaces.
your
So,
ship.
For example, we have ladders you can use to navigate. The doors function, you can open and close them. They have additional functionality that we'll talk about later. There's stairs,
I'm gonna have to put up a video
and
on this because this seems
defenses,
really
which,
exciting.
Again, we will talk about.
This is a whole new game.
But the point here is that these large ships, there are many shoes to fill and many roles here, and everybody has to work together. So, Max, is there anything you want to add to that before we move on?
Nope, that looks great.
Perfect. So, from that standpoint, we can jump into the next section here.
Oh, a video. Wow. I don't think we're going to be able to get that close to engage people, though, right? I feel like there should be a way to fire from miles away. Like with the artillery, there's got to be a way. That must be a thing. Oh, no way. Leaks and flooding? Whoa. No way. No way. Well, yeah, then you're going to have damage control crew. Oh, there's probably going to be a fire. There's probably going to be fire then. So this is basically Sea of Thieves now. Well, that's just one of the things. Oh, my God. There's going to be fires for sure. Those guns look incredible.
That
That was
was exciting.
cool.
I'll say that testing these things has been such a challenge because we simply could not field enough people to run these ships.
We're in a Zoom call.
Don't tell them that.
I mean, we did it. We did do it. It was.
We have ways
We
to
had to.
test.
We had to get creative.
Okay, so ship combat. You guys may have noticed from the trailer there that there are a number of large artillery cannons that are built on these ships. We've given them a direct fire mode so that you can fire them directly at the enemy ship, or you can switch them to their bombardment, similar to what you guys would be used to with the artillery cannons. They will be more accurate. And
Infantry weapons supported on deck.
You're not necessarily
possible to
always going
board
be fighting
enemies.
each other within range, within like close quarters, like you saw in that video. You might be shooting at each other over a long distance.
Okay, cool.
But if you do get in close, we have the support weapons we have like some more traditional support
This
weapons,
also
like
changes
other
all of the
cannons,
battles
machine
on the
guns,
ground.
tripod mounts.
Because if somebody captures a town
Sorry, did you want to say something, Julian?
and they can
I was
bring a
gonna say, there
battleship
might be an
close enough,
island in between the two ships.
they could do. You
Yeah.
could do naval bombardments now, and so thus you could easily get
some
a
ships
battleship to
have
pull up,
automated defenses,
provide support, and then leave before the enemy has anything to.
two more later.
They won't be able to retaliate.
All infantry weapons are supported on deck, so the barges
And vice
you
versa.
guys might be used to, we have a very limited
Building
subset of weapons
coastal
that you can
defenses
use
to
on
keep
them
ships
of
out
these
of certain
ships,
areas or
finally
control
remove
canals
that
or
rotation.
things like that.
So
Oh
you
my
can
god.
run any weapon.
The potential here
that
is
you can run on
crazy.
land. You can be firing bazookas at each other, or sorry, RPGs
Boarding
at
each other's with bazookas.
or flamethrowers if you wanted, and of course you can board enemy ships.
So, maybe you want to talk about this after, but a question I have is, at a high level, like, can you describe what an engagement might feel like, or do you want to wait till after we talk about this next section?
I think without talking about the next section yet,
Wow.
it is a challenge getting all of your guns to bear. It takes a tremendous amount of teamwork and effort.
Yep.
I can't. Some of these ships taking upwards of much more upwards of 12 of a dozen players. Being able to coordinate just the weapons,
Right.
just these
Just the
small
guns.
set of,
Yep.
of things is difficult.
So, when you're engaging with the artillery, you're engaging at the long range, but then there's also an opportunity to engage at the short range as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, let's move on.
This is personally
All right.
probably my favorite part of the whole.
What happens when your boat gets hit?
It is such a challenge trying to squeeze all this into just a couple of bullet points. But I'm gonna try my best to explain how all of this comes together. So the ships can when they get shot will create leaks. These are like little breaches in the side of the ship.
Those are a vegetable.
Where you shoot the ship is where the leak will form. So you want to be strategic about where you're putting the holes in the enemy ship. You'll want to try to aim for all of the from the front to the back of the ship. You'll want to get like a nice even spread across the entire length of the ship. The better you are at doing this, the more effective you're going to be at shutting down the enemy's crew members and their systems. Aboard the ship, you're going to want to repair the leaks on a matter of priority. You're not necessarily going to just go down the line.
Oh, you can contain water too via the
leaks are going to
watertight
be
doors.
Prioritized based on how much damage they're causing to you.
Right.
For example, you could cause a leak that's
this
below
game's
the
like
waterline and a leak that is
post
above the
World War
waterline.
One
A leak
into
that is
World
below
War
the
Two.
waterline could
Kind of.
could be adding more water to your ship, whereas one that's above the waterline might not yet be adding water to your ship. So as the ship is taking on water, the ship is going to start to sink lower and lower into the water, which is going to make those leaks that are higher up start to sink into the water, which is going to expedite how quickly these ships can sink. So, which brings us to that last point, that the water inside the ship will actually shift the weight of the ship. So if the front is taking on a ton of water and you've maybe sealed the bulkhead doors to prevent it from spreading to other parts of the ship, the bow of your ship is going to start to sink into the water, and it's going to make more of the front facing leaks dip further into the water.
And one of the things that have made this possible is the entirely new water physics system that we have, right?
Oh,
so
right.
all these new ships are using a new physics system.
And there's already
We've
boats in
taken
the
a lot of
game.
the physics knowledge that we've learned from
And
working
Uthras,
on
isn't there a
land
buildable
vehicles,
like
working on
gun
trains,
barge, or how does
and
that
now
work?
we've applied more realistic
Because there might be ways to have like little raft
to
fights
to
versus
these
actual
new ships,
patrol
which allows
boats.
us to have this sort of dynamic system
Like
that
floating
actually
fortresses, kind of.
differentiates where the water line is and where these shots are going. So besides repairing the leaks, Max, what are the other ways you can do to try to manage?
There were landing boats and gunboats. I thought there
flooding in
was
your
like a
compartments?
flat barge you could put like guns
So
on,
as
right?
you're taking on
Couldn't you
water,
build
you're going
those?
to want to bail out water. Which,
Oh, right.
We have the all too popular water bucket. Players are going to be able to walk down into the lower decks and bail out water physically and moving it up onto the deck and throwing it overboard. This will be a way to slow down the amount of water that's being taken in while your teammates are busy repairing it.
Right.
And this really leans heavily into that, what we were saying before, is that even if you have a group of players that you trust and you want on board your ship, you're going to want to open your ship up to as many people as possible, because the more people you have, the more of these systems you can keep afloat.
True.
No pun intended. For longer.
Another good point too is people are going to
Also,
die on the
if
ship,
you-
so you're going to
if
need
you
replacements.
don't throw the water overboard, you're not getting it out of the, like, you're just adding it back into the boat again, so you have to aim.
That's absolutely right.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't
wow,
just
it's
pick up water
Sea
in
of
your water
Thieves?
bucket, throw it back into the room. It will just get re-added to the room. So you have to physically move the buckets of water out of the ship.
And at what point
Wow.
do you want to utilize the doors?
So the doors are a really great, almost emergency tool that when you shut them, it'll prevent the spread of water from one room to the next. But the danger of this is it limits the motion of your players through the lower deck. So if you shut the room off to the ammo room, for example,
Right.
you're going to lose that gun, and players are going to have a difficult time getting to the leaks. Furthermore, if the water reaches a certain difference, so if there's a delta between the two rooms, so if one side is extremely filled with water and the other one isn't, it's going to be really hard to get that door back open again. So you got to be careful. You got to be smart about how you're going to manage your damage control on your ship.
That's really, really cool. Okay, I guess we should take a look at the fleets of each faction.
Oh,
exciting.
all the new ships.
Well,
Let's
you know
go.
what? We're actually gonna change our tradition, and we're gonna look at the wardens first. I don't want these streams.
You
to
feel
be
like those ships may get updated or
Those
replaced?
first.
You could be right, actually.
but
Maybe
this
they'll
time we're
rework some of the
gonna
old
go
stuff
wardens,
too.
so. Anything else you want to say here before we move on, Max?
Nope, I think that's good.
Excellent.
Warden Fleet, the Kalvish Naval Command. Looks like a U-boat. Wait, is that a U-boat? Is that a submarine? The Callahan Battleship class. Wow, look at that. That looks a little weird. Yep, the Neki submarine class. Wow, they have frickin' submarines. No way. A little naked, I guess. Alright, I'll scoot over a little bit. They have fricking submarines. No way. It's basically Wolfpack now within Foxhole. I can't believe that. I feel like there should be naval uniforms.
All right, let's get into the warden
Wow.
fleet.
Chad, who's
Julian,
better,
take the reins
Colonials
from
or
here.
Warden?
Cool.
Who's better?
Starting off small, and third time's a charm for any long-time players. But the gunboats have been redesigned for the new update, just to kind of we now can support like walking around on
third time.
decks and all the all that fun stuff. So it was time that they needed to get redesigned. It's fairly similar to the existing gunboats, but the big cool new thing is tripod mounts. When we pitched this and we're talking about this, we wanted like half tracks of the sea, where this is where you're mounting tripods onto, or the tripod weapons onto, and yeah, overall just a awesome new design. There's your front and back shot for people taking screenshots.
Also, yeah, you can walk around on the deck, which is a very
Yep.
cool feature that we didn't have previously.
That is cool.
Oh yeah. The very first one.
I know,
had it,
subs? Isn't
but
that crazy?
the,
They have submarines confirmed.
okay,
Battleships
Warden
confirmed.
Battleship. When designing,
Now I wonder how
when we
subs will
started
work.
this and designing
Like if there's
Battleship,
actual depth.
one of the big things I wanted was for them not to feel like little.
Can the submarine
chibi
be capped?
toy
Yep.
Boats. Like I really pushed to make
Yep.
them as big as
If
possible.
it surfaces and
with
you
as
kill
many
all the crew,
guns
I
on
can imagine
deck
you'd be able
as
to capture an
possible,
enemy sub.
without it feeling cartoonish. So
Or capture
I
it at
dove
port.
into that, and for the wardens, we kind of wanted the warden theme in general is just everything's a little bit older looking than the colonial stuff, and we kept to that with the boats.
Oh
Good
yeah.
look at the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay, a little
And
weird
these
to
are
see a
really big.
stairwell
These are, like,
in the back, but
they're
it makes
bigger
sense.
than a screen. Just in
Yeah,
case
it's
you're.
bigger than-
Yeah, if we had the time, I'd actually want to spend like an entire stream on.
Crew of this is 8, by the way, so you could have a whole group.
While we were developing them,
It's
we
literally
kept
become
referring to, like,
barotrauma.
it is a floating town. Like, it is the asset was bigger than we could have possibly thought. We bit off a ton when we took it on. Anyways, and the submarine, the wardens, we wanted them to get a submarine, and this was extremely challenging to get working right. Lots of meetings, as well as just the overall feel. But we really feel like we have captured the player experience of driving a submarine.
Yeah, there was this
2
one
torpedo
point
tubes.
I remember earlier on in development where we were deciding, like, should we embrace the challenges of getting the submarine actually working, or just making the submarine a lot more basic, where you don't actually see the side and you're just kind of mounted in there like a tank, and we just all kind of felt like, no, we just have to get the full experience in there. We have to get the players walking around in true Foxhole fashion, right? You gotta be walking around, seeing the players next to you, and you gotta be working with them. Right?
You have to be yelling at each other when
Right.
there's water coming.
Zeppelins
into your boat
win?
and sub.
I will
Possible.
say for my part, there was a
Possible
lot
now.
of challenges on this particular feature.
Very possible.
that I worked on that made me have to, like, rethink and relearn a whole bunch of stuff. So
Look
I
at
think it'd
that.
be a very cool experience.
That looks so goofy.
Cool.
But certainly looks like an early
And
German U-boat.
I was gonna say to go into a deep
But no
dive, but I feel
deck
like the posts are
gun?
just gonna get out of
You're just
control
gonna
here.
keep coming.
Looked
Yeah.
like there was a deck machine
Max,
gun, but not like
are
a
you?
like an 88.
Okay, so this is gonna be rough.
No way,
I'm
there's
gonna
a
try my
battery
best.
system?
Try my best.
There's
to
a lot
explain how
here,
the submarine
guys.
works. We have. Let me say this: we've tested the submarine rigorously. We've had multiple.
There's a battery
users
system, a
try this thing.
periscope, a
Nobody's
sonar.
mastered the
Wow.
submarine yet. It is the skill
Those are
ceiling
2
on this is
millimeter
astronomical,
grenade launchers?
but it is
Okay.
so fun once you get the hang of it. So
Well, that's good for,
um,
coastal support, I suppose.
you're going to be able to physically go underneath the water.
Imagine
driving
the
on the
first
surface,
team
and
to
then,
get a torpedo kill
descend.
against a battleship. That's going to be
They cannot be
insane.
once underwater. They cannot be detected by conventional.
Do our friends know about this?
They need to,
Yep.
like, sneak into
Well,
enemy,
we're
logistical
we're all
supply
learning about
lines
this at
and
the same
possibly,
time. So,
snipe off some freighters or soft infrastructure.
but we'll be playing this with Goof Troop. We'll
There-
call in
there's a
everybody we
whole
know.
sonar system.
Alex,
There's,
Cole,
for detecting enemy ships. It's difficult to even see what's going on.
Dirty,
As in true
Lumberjack.
submarine fashion, it's difficult to know what's going on around you without, like.
I'm interested to see how the
physically searching for them.
periscope system's going to work.
There's a battery system. There's torpedoes. There's periscopes. So much involved. And this isn't even scratching the surface of the submarine.
Pun intended.
Stop it with the puns.
That's not a fun.
Jeez. It's like
Max has
impossible
been
not
planning
to.
that one for a week. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
If you want to move to the next slide, I think this one.
There's more. Yeah.
This is really the meat and potatoes. So, when
Diving.
I said that you're going to descend from the surface to underwater, there is a physical Z plane, Z axis. So
Okay.
you can go up and you can maneuver up and down on any axis that you want. Attacking submarines is going to be highly relevant. In order to control the submarine, there are 3 main ballasts, and I'm going to give you guys a loose primer about this, but I'm not going to get into too
A
much
crash
detail.
course.
A crash.
Yeah, I'm taking notes because I
Stop
haven't
with the
figured it out yet.
Wow.
We won't go in depth.
Okay. So
There's a
the main
crush
ballast
depth,
is,
safety
like on a
ballast,
regular submarine,
nav,
flooding the main ballast
main and
will put the
negative.
submarine into a
Wow.
neutral buoyancy. If you are on the surface of the water, flooding it will put the ship slightly below the surface of the water, and it will sit at one depth without moving. Flooding the negative ballast is a ballast that's at the front of the ship that will cause the ship to pitch down and will dive the sub in a crash dive.
This is getting you
So
interested
gonna
in
go
playing?
down
Good.
really fast.
I mean, it's a good game. So
The safety ballast exists because if the sub starts to take on water, for example, if you get hit by a sea mine or other content, which we haven't discussed yet, your ship is going to start to weigh more because a ship full of water weighs more. The safety ballast is there to offset the water that might be inside your ship. So if you start to take damage, it's going to take somebody's complete attention to try to keep the ship balanced in the water without surfacing.
So this has become.
And of course, there's a crush depth. If the ship goes
This is
too low in the water,
Foxhole,
you're going to start to.
But if you're not feeling like
damage,
playing Foxhole, you
so
can
you
play
wanna try your best to,
Foxhole Sea of Thieves or Foxhole
flat.
Barotrauma
The dive
slash
officer is
Wolf
probably
Pack.
the most important for controlling your depth.
Wow. I
In
think the 8 of
most
us could get a
cases, you don't
sub.
need to use the negative or the safety ballast unless you're trying to maneuver really hard for whatever reason. All you should need to do to control the submarine is to flood the main ballast and have the dive officer control the
This
fins
must
on
mean
the side of the ship.
that some of
Think
these
of it
other
like
ships
flat
have
fins,
depth charges.
and the dive officer pitches them up or pitches them down.
Because it's going to be hard to kill these
control,
submarines
to
without
fine-tune the depth of the ship.
either depth charges or some
So I'll
sort of
leave it
an
at that.
aerial support, which I
As
don't think
said,
this will
you
have.
guys are going to want to try this, and you're going to lose.
Yeah, this is
You're
like
probably
running with
gonna
rifles.
Take a lot of damage.
You may have
but
also
you're
seen us
cycling
play a
back
game
through
called
it.
Operation
But I
Valor
promise that
last
once you
week,
do get the hang of it, it's
and
a lot of
it's
fun.
kind of like that
super
too, if you haven't
I said,
seen this game
Max,
before.
At the beginning that we had time limited, but I think we can go over time a little bit. So if we need to explore a little bit more, that's okay. There's a couple of systems that you discussed on the last slide, the sonar, the periscope, and the battery system. Is there like a really quick summary of each one of those that we can really quickly go
Yeah,
over?
for sure. Okay, so the sonar, it sends. You can swap between two modes. One is it's a
Oh.
directional mode where it pings far out, even farther than your camera can see, and it will return information to you, rough information to you about what's out there. It might give you a signal strength and a general.
Oh,
idea
right.
of what
Surface
you're
to
gonna see.
launch torpedoes.
The
That could be
submarine
a
can
way to
follow those
balance it,
signal
yeah.
strengths until you get closer. You might see the enemy ship, and if you
Good point.
ping the ship within your camera range, you'll see ghosts of the ship. You'll see almost like echoes of where it might have been, or what you might be seeing. And from that, you're going to have to infer like where you're going to fire your torpedo, at what depth you're going to want to hit it at.
At what depth? Oh, no.
And one thing to be careful of is that sonar will also give away your position to other enemy sonars. So if you are pinging for enemy ships, make sure that you are, just be aware that you are you're advertising your position to them.
And how about the battery system?
So the battery system is used for keeping the ship. The ship has to manage its underwater time with its above water time, so you can't just stay underwater all
Right.
the time. Certain functions on the ship will consume battery, like blowing your ballasts will take battery, as well as pinging with your sonar, and just staying underwater will consume oxygen and use up the battery. To recharge this battery, you have to surface the sub and sit idle. The assumption here is that your engine is no longer powering the ship's propellers; it's being used to power the batteries.
Okay, all right.
So if you want to operate in enemy waters, you're going to have to be very careful about where you expose yourself.
One thing that was really cool during testing that I experienced, Max, is just having to rely on the player who's at the periscope and
Naval
also the
combat in
sonar station.
Foxhole?
Like,
Yep,
you
confirmed.
Sort of feel like you can't see much.
Patrol
unless you're
boats,
there,
submarines,
and you're
battleships.
sort of,
Maybe an
have to
aircraft
heavily
carrier coming
rely
one
on
day,
those
maybe,
comms,
in the
which
future.
I thought was really cool. Let's move on.
That would be just insane.
Great.
Wow. There's a depth charge.
Yeah, this is
And
a
sea
great image
mines.
of the, submarine below water. You
Oh.
can see the outline of the rocks, so you know where we are. We are we're right in the water. It's not some like overlay. It's,
Oh, they
you're
made
literally in the water.
they made a
Sea
map for the
mines,
water.
and there's a depth charge.
Oh,
From a
I want
potential
to
nearby
say
enemy ship.
one quick thing. This is a really good vehicle for using the cinematic camera on. Like all the seats, you can just kind of be in cinematic camera and enjoy it.
Wow.
Yeah, especially if you're not piloting. Like,
Yeah.
Tawana, thanks for the
One
11
thing I have to
months.
say is
Thank you very
that
much
it
for the
was
support.
an incredible amount of work to have to get these underwater areas working.
That's
'cause we're
insane.
finally seeing
They
a
had to
side
make like a
of
whole new
the
map.
world that we haven't seen for 6 years, and I won't get too far into it, but needless to say, it was a lot of work to make this one submarine happen, and we hope we can leverage all this gameplay in content in the future. So, yeah. Anything else, Max?
Nope.
Great.
Yeah, Navy in Foxhole, confirmed. 8 people can serve on this submarine here. And then there's sea
Okay,
mines too,
let's
which it
move
looked like
on
the
to the
battleships were able to
colonials.
drop, but that means there's many ways to kill submarines. Oh god, now we get colonials. Uthris, Hold your breath. Oh boy, there you go. The Republic Coastal Legion. Oh, that looks like the Yamato a little bit. Uthris is dying. The Type C Chiron, gunboat class. The Conqueror, destroyer class. Wow. Oh, they're carrying naval sea mines and the Titan battleship class. Oh, look at that! It's got the. Were those 40 millimeters? It looked like just a heavy machine gun, but what's that? Wow.
Awesome. So, grab screenshots of the naval flags if you want them.
I mean, we can post them.
Yeah, we're gonna post them later. Cool. So the Colonials, we wanted. They also had a gunboat, so they have to have another gunboat.
That looks much smaller.
But this one we themed it more around like a river boat, patrol boat, and
it's a fishing boat.
Otherwise, it is fairly similar in terms of like this is the vehicle for tripods. This is the
crew of
tripod
4
weapons. This is the vehicle.
So driver and 3 gunners.
With a light mortar cannon in this case, and it's a fast little patrol boat.
Ooh.
Onto the battleship. The battleships we were going for a as big as we could get, as big as we could make them. We wanted them to be impressive. We wanted you to see all the sensors.
Oh yeah, they are heavy machine guns. 2 heavy machine guns, 40 millimeter turrets.
Everything you would expect out of an actual battleship.
12 for the deck crew.
Fitting into the Foxhole world. And I want to point out
2
with
triple
the crew of
150s
12 plus deck crew
and
that's
1
just
dual
the
120.
seats.
Wow.
You'll need people running ammunition for you. You'll
Wow.
need people like doing everything else on the boat. But you need, if you want a fully manned ship, this one is 12.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Opposite to the submarine, the Colonials have a destroyer, which is very well equipped to fight submarines. It will also have the
You can do
sonar
sub-hunting.
suite. You'll be able to hear and intercept pings from submarines.
So only the
depth charge
Wardens get the
launchers
submarine.
on the side, as well as
But the
being able to drop
Colonials get to
sea
hunt
mines
them.
out behind you as you go.
That's exciting.
This thing is it literally purpose built for hunting submarines.
Yeah, but it also has the 120 turrets, so that's pretty good.
All right, Max, let's talk about destroyer gameplay.
The destroyer gameplay, the one everybody needs to hear about, because this one is the counterpart to the Warden submarine. As Julian mentioned,
Destroyer's not the only thing that can drop those.
And it is deceptively fun to fly, to sail this thing. To hunt enemy submarines takes a lot of teamwork. You can't just ping your sonar and find a submarine and expect to kill it. There is so much maneuvering involved to get around it, to hem it in, and to isolate it to a point where you can get it to surface and then engage it. So in a couple of our tests watching it, it's like you're dropping a bunch of depth charges off the side, hoping you get a lucky hit. You don't know if you hit it or not, and then you might see the sub slowly surface nearby. It's going to start firing at you. You're going to start firing at it, and it feels really, really good to drive this thing around.
Yeah.
It is one of the, if not the fastest large ship in the game, with the widest operational range. And what I mean by that is where the submarine gets a chance to be very sneaky, gets to get behind enemy lines and stay hidden and try not to, try to get a couple of easy kills. This one can do something very similar by being mobile. It's not sneaky about it. It gets into the enemy line. It can operate freely, free from a fleet, free from port, engage enemy ships, and get away with reasonable ease. And that's sort of the trade-off that you're looking at here. Both of these have very similar combat roles. They
Right.
counter each other, but they both perform
Provides
similar,
intel.
logistical disruption.
So this can provide information
I
back
think
to the
versatility
battleship
there is a really good word, Max.
or
I
other
found when
ships.
testing this out that just driving it around, it's it's a
Yeah, how do you dig a
from
foxhole
from
at the sea?
outside
Yeah.
the gunboats, it's the most maneuverable of the large ship. Is that correct to say?
Yep.
I would also
Yeah.
say it's probably going to be pretty effective at like impacting the front line if there's
Oh,
a
it
river
works
or
like a
something nearby. This is
watchtower.
gonna be
Yeah.
pretty easy to maneuver
So
into
everyone can see
inland
that.
areas compared to the other boats, which might take a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of firepower for that situation. So while the sub might be able to, like, the sub is really, in a lot of ways, it's very anti-navy. This can have ultimately more offensive roles in the end.
Do we know when this
So I
update is
think it's a
out?
really
Because
important
we'll be
distinction to
playing
make as
this
well. It's not
like
just
the
an
moment
anti-sub, like
the
a
moment
sub,
this
but it's
drops.
also,
We've got to
like,
play.
has a lot
It'll
more
take a long
versatility
time to
than
see
just-
boats, but we could
I
work
mean,
on the war
exactly.
effort a few
Like,
days in a row.
What do you want to do? And this thing can probably do it.
Alex, we're
And
gonna
here you
need
go if you want a screenshot of the ammunition types being added.
Alex, we're
for
pulling
the
you in
naval
for a
specific boat
280-hour mandatory. We'll chip
All
away at
right.
that debt.
Let's talk about the next thing here. I feel like we still got a lot to go. We're gonna go overtime. That's fine. Let's just
Oh, who
keep on
cares?
going here.
Keep going. No one cares that you're going overtime. Keep showing us more. It's all good. Beach landings. Wow. So that means you can now start putting a ton. Oh, this changes that altogether. Oh, there's a base ship? What? Oh, so you can spawn from the ship and then load up the landing craft. Oh my god. Bro. Oh, there's different types of landing craft too. Is it based on side? Yeah, a lot of water logistics here. And you can oh, and the storage shifts too, so you can put boats onto those, or the tanks onto boats and then put those onto the shore. Or oh, so those can be landing craft themselves, or they can offload onto a boat to then bring it to the shore. Dude, that has changed everything.
So the one thing I want to say about this before we get started,
Normandy AF.
this is sort of
Wow.
like third time's a charm for us. We know there are beach landings in the game. The current version in the live game is the second major iteration.
Nah, this
And when we
changes it
sat down
again.
to revisit beach landings,
Wow.
we basically said, okay, this time it has to work like how we want to work. Their goals we didn't quite hit, so we think this time.
So not just troops and vehicles, but also
Yeah,
like
don't say
equipment and
that shit.
artillery.
last famous word.
We're gonna have to be
Yeah,
SEALs.
as Mark was just saying. So we've been
Water
taking a hard
logistics
look
sounds so
at
cool.
naval
Imagine
landings since
driving that boat
1914
back and forth
when we
constantly
first
with
implemented
troops
them.
under fire and dropping off wave after
Even
wave
as
on the
early
beach.
as 2 months ago, I was
That's crazy.
logging into game to watch the naval landings happen because I think they are one of the coolest activities that our players have ever done. Even without the tools to really make it a success, you guys are still trying to do it. And for this time around, we wanted to make sure that all of the friction points that you guys are having,
Crying and shaking. That's amazing. That's so cool.
I also can't tell you how many times
This is
I have
huge.
done stuff to try to address like some issues with naval landings, like many times. I think it's
This is literally the biggest update because of the battleships being the biggest object ever.
In
But
this kind of gameplay environment,
that's
so I think we got
crazy
it
for gameplay.
I think we got it.
Something else I want to add, and obviously you guys can sense our excitement over beach landings, is that probably in terms of playing as a team, internal to the studio, we've probably done more beach landings together than any other form of gameplay. I know Max, he used to do a lot of the preparation, and I used to help out. But as a team, we played this, and I've always said to you, Max, like, why are we playing as a team? The thing that's the hardest thing to do. Anyhow, yeah.
Okay, so amphibious assaults could be formed anywhere. So some work was done on the ramps. Back when we first introduced the beaches, it was literally the only place you could deploy your ramps. You could beach your landing ship. So you couldn't really do a beach landing except in the few places we told you was okay, which allowed the defenders to over prepare on every beach to make sure that you never got anywhere. Now you can land anywhere. These ramps will deploy on all sorts of surfaces.
Wow.
I'm not going to say not literally anywhere. If it's a sheer cliff, you're probably not going to be able to deploy there. But You could the number of
Can you
places
get a
can
train
make
on
your
a boat?
landing is just
Well, Uthris, we
way
can.
more.
It's not restricted to beaches, though the beaches will still be there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And in fact, the beaches are still going to be a really good place.
Uthris,
to
we
land.
got to take
I
a look
would
at the new
argue
Railroads
there's
Online
more
map,
beaches
please.
now, but we'll get to that.
We'll get Alex in to build the railroads for us.
It's easier to supply a prolonged seaboard.
Now I
route.
want to do
Notice
train
that
stuff.
Once you guys did make your landing, even if you were
Foxhole
successful, in taking
always
the
gets
first
me
town,
excited
it was
for
almost
trains.
impossible to keep that town
Because you can
supplied for
literally
long
build a
periods.
railroad in this
So
game too. Yes.
Ease that frustration.
Been around for a while, but you can literally build a
You
railroad.
can deliver armor and field weapons and equipment in quantity. The key word here is quantity. We know that you guys would bring tanks on your barges, but you could never keep up. You could never bring enough armor to counter the defender. The defender always had more tanks ready to go. Now we wanted to make sure that you could at least bring some light equipment to the field in an equal measure. And now you can. This is probably the most important part. I don't know why I put this last. You can safeguard your deployment point against counterattacks. So almost every screenshot we see that comes out on Reddit is of like the side the defender has like completely encircled the landing ship and is just spawn killing everybody there. So now we've created options for the attacker to protect their spawn point.
Wow.
Right. I like the. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
And possibly more importantly, even if you were successful with your beach landing,
I
as
spent
your player
100
starts
days
to move
on
off
a
the
naval
beach,
landing
we would
craft
see
in
people do
Foxhole,
sneaky
and
things
this
like bringing in
happened.
a landing craft full of HE grenades to bomb.
Not
the
really
landing
anything
ship from
special
here.
and
We
exactly what
protected
you'd
against that
imagine,
as
but
well.
the title makes you
So
think that
essentially,
something
we want to
outlandish would
have this
happen, but it
Saving
didn't. But it was
Private Ryan
honest.
type of scenario that
And
actually
you were the one who did your
that
own.
actually has a battle on the beach.
You
Like
tricked
where the
yourself.
front line where players are fighting are at the beach. And that can be a long period of time versus the beach landings now where you have to pretty much surprise the enemy, not have any combat on the beach, and be able to like move inland, capture their base first. That's the big difference, right?
Yeah.
Great.
People are just going to dump tons of sea mines at the shore.
Cool. So we are introducing
What in the hell
two
is
new
that?
large ships that we've been dubbing them kind of the Logi ships, but there's more to it than that. This is the base ship, which
Oh,
is your mobile spawn point en masse.
absolutely
It is where
hideous.
you're going to be building the landing ships from, like the landing ship. Effectively,
Ugh.
you're going to anchor this, and then the players will be able to build landing ships off the side, and then everybody will spawn in the base ship, jump into the landing ship, get all your gear, and like haul to the beach. There's your front and back.
Two side-mounted.
Right, on the base ship game.
Oh, it's only got a couple guns.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
the main takeaway from this spaceship is it's going to replace the white whale that you guys are used to
Stretch.
using. We've given it a lot. It's a large ship, so it has all of the bells and whistles. We were
Oh,
just
F to the
talking
white
about,
whale.
leaks in the rooms, and you have to protect it. The main takeaway here, though, is you can anchor it, and you can set your spawn to this ship offshore. So you don't have to put your spawn right on the beach. You still can. So if you want to make yourself susceptible to that counterattack, you can. But it's an option that you now have. It's got a couple of side-mounted machine guns that will help you, like the newly spawned players.
Can this game be modded? No.
To protect the spawn point, and it has this automated defense.
It's like an MMO.
Which will attack enemy naval ships. So it's not going to protect you from the land assault, but it will protect you from minor naval threats. That is to say, anything that's not a large ship. If a submarine is coming up on this thing, it's not going to protect you against that.
So if I am at the home region, I see there's a naval invasion in progress. I go to the deployment map, see the spawn point here, spawn at this base, build a landing craft, which we'll talk more about in a bit, and then use that to actually land on the beach. If you die, you can respawn back here again.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
Cool. And landing ships are fairly basic and exactly what you'd expect from the kind of big cinematic Saving Private Ryan D-Day landing boats. There was a version where we were going to have just a yellow landing ship, just one, but we talked about it and we wanted them to go faction specific.
Good idea.
Cool.
All right. So you might have noticed that
Warden
these
ship
things are
looks
much
better.
larger than the original
The Warden,
landing
I mean,
ships,
sorry,
and
the
the reason for
Colonial
that is
landing
because we've
craft
now
looks better.
load tanks onto these things: tanks, armored cars, scout vehicles, or scout tanks, emplacements. You can bring equipment to the beach using these things. They're extremely maneuverable. They're very fast. And they're extremely accessible. They are, once the base ship has deployed, it takes almost no time or effort to build one of these things and get it going. So you're not waiting for the guy to finish building this thing, or you're not waiting for the next ship to come back. You're just gonna build it quickly, hop on, we wanted to reduce the friction of getting from the ship to the beach as much as possible, because the attackers already have enough disadvantages. We wanted to just give you as much as we could.
Right.
Good.
The last thing is it can be repackaged. So once you get it to the beach, we know this is a little bit strange, but we liked that. We noticed that one of the hardest things to do during a naval landing is to get somebody to ferry people. It's just not something, when the most exciting event is going on, the last thing you want to do is be driving to and from a boat, just moving people to the beach, even though it was an essential task. So in this case, we've done away with that. You only need to ferry one direction. You move the ship to the beach, and then you can return this to its BMAT form, and then to clear up the beach for the next wave.
I just wanted to point out something I forgot, which was that the old amphibious landers are still in the game. So if anyone was freaking out that we took them out or something, they're still in the game, though not all the variants survived that transfer.
Very
Interesting.
Cool. And
look at
the
that.
storage ship, which is where you're going to get your tanks and field guns and everything else
The
you want on the
Bluefin.
beach
Bluefin
out
T
of
Gamer.
and moved. In the same fashion, the
Ace, thanks for the
old
5,
landing
dude.
ship
Foxhole
is being replaced
Fridays.
with
Oh, yeah.
for these two new large ships.
Yeah, we could get the whole community in on this. I mean, anybody who owns Foxhole could come play with us. I mean, the game is almost unlimited with the amount of people that can play.
Storage ship gameplay.
All right, so now you can all kind of see
Asterisks,
how it's
but
coming
yeah.
together.
This game is out now,
piece
but
of the puzzle here,
I don't know when this
for each
update's coming out.
landing
We'll see
is
in a
the
minute.
storage ship. So, that landing ship can carry light tanks and field weapons to it or on it, but you can't. But where do you get them from? So the storage ship is another strategic level asset. It's a very large ship that is meant to bring. It's basically a storage depot on water. It can bring crates, so not so you
Right.
can bring crates of supplies. You can bring vehicles, and those vehicles can drive directly off the ship onto these landing ships, or they can be craned on with a crane that comes with it. Yeah. If once the beach has been secured, that front of the ship does open up, which allows you to drive tanks directly off the platform onto the beach or onto a field pier.
Yeah, you can crash this thing right into a beach and open it up if you want to.
Nice. So literally a landing ship as well.
Which brings us to the field pier. We've mentioned it a couple times
are we
already,
gonna be able
but
to
we haven't
build?
actually shown you what it is.
Are we gonna
it's
be able to
similar
build our
like
own
a Mulberry
pier?
Harbor
Oh, yeah,
the D-Day
World War
landings.
II, yep.
You can build a long pier out from the beach
Yep.
to your logistical ships. So perhaps
So you can make a harbor anywhere and
from your base ship
repair or
from the water.
refuel or whatever
Once
your
you've
ships.
secured the beach,
Wow.
you can build this out to your base ship, so you no longer need to ferry people to the front. Furthermore, you can dock your storage ship with this field pier, which allows you to directly transfer vehicles to the beach. Larger vehicles, not just smaller, lighter vehicles, but up to medium tanks, anything that could go into a storage depot.
So sorry, go on.
And most importantly, in combination with the storage ship, the field pier and the storage ship are used to supply the landing long term. You can, once you've made your landing, once you've taken your ground, you can continue to bring crates, drop it into these ships, and then trucks can be brought to those storage ships to pull those crates out and then deliver them to the front line where they need to go. So a naval landing could be persisted across multiple days.
So the idea
That's amazing.
here, when combining the base ship and the storage ship, is to bring the entire logistics chain out into sea, right? So you have your forward base, you have your supply depot essentially, and you can do something very similar that you do on land, but now you can do it at sea.
The field bridge is still in, and it is your temporary bridge, and the field pier is just a more permanent thing.
Great.
What if you could build a pier across a river? Feels like there might be a possibility to do that. Oh, more stuff. Nothing like breathing into the mic. Oil platforms? What?
No. No, 100%.
Wait, you can... Oh, right. You're going to have to make ship parts and, of course, transport them via train. Oh, my God. Building these things. Look at that. No way. You're going to be able to build a dry dock being supplied by a train. Uthris, you better quit your job. It's over. It's over. The war needs you. Trains need you. It's over. Oh, my God. Ships are produced at a new facility called the Dry Dock.
Right,
Oh, my God. Hull segments, shell plating,
There's a lot.
turbine components. Oh, my God.
Okay, so
dude.
another big question on your minds is
How
probably
the
how do you
hell?
build these things? You can build them at a new facility called the Facility Dry Dock.
How the hell?
It is
How?
a dry dock in true form. You will drive your ship directly into the bay, and then you will raise the doors, and then it will drain the water, which will allow you to repair these ships as well as build them.
Oh, you can repair here too, so
The
they're
dry dock
always
will
going to be
require
important.
Shippable materials. So these are not like your assembly materials that you guys are used to. They are full shippables that have to be moved by train.
Ooh, you need
to produce the
rare
ship.
alloys.
And there's going to be a new resource called Rare Allies, which we will get into more detail on the subreddit Q&A after the stream.
Offshore
but
platforms.
Suffice to say, it's there to it's introduced.
Is that
to,
only oil?
For new late game content, and it's found by Mining Salvage and these offshore platforms, not oil platforms, offshore platforms.
Wow. Oh, there it is. Hull
there's the
segments,
parts that are
turbines,
needed
shell
to
plating. And that's all going to have to be
the ship
transported
parts,
by
or
via
these are the parts needed for the
trains,
ships.
probably.
Let's
Wow, there's no way. How are they
These are
doing
the
this?
shippables.
talk about the offshore platforms.
Long-time players might have feelings about this.
Yeah. So it is really important for us to, again, reiterate that main goal, which is that we don't want this content to be locked to just a small subset of players, and that includes producing them. Offshore platforms and this rare material are all meant to help address that problem. So if you are a smaller player group and you're worried that you might never get a chance to build one of these things, rest assured that's one of our main drivers behind these offshore platforms. You'll be able to build them by out at sea. It'll consume coke to keep it powered, and then it will produce heavy oil as well as these a chance of producing rare alloys.
Let's not bring the cartels into this.
They are at sea, which means you can't just build a wall around it to claim it. So that's a really important distinction between perhaps some of the other resources that we have in the game.
So you're going to have to fuel these things too. So you're going to need supplies
actively
coming
work
to
at it.
these.
So this is not something that you can just set and forget. You can't just build a platform.
Oh my God, Alex is going to be an oil worker in an offshore platform. Alex, we have a job for you.
You're going to have to continuously operate it, which is going to give the enemy.
We're going to
a
need you
chance
as an
to counter
offshore
come
oil
in
rig
and destroy
operator
it
in
or destroy your logistics
Foxhole.
that's running it, and you'll have to prepare for these operations. You'll have to come gather your materials, and before you even set sail to try to operate one of these, you'll want to have to do a bunch of
This is cool as hell. We're going to have to stream this for an entire day.
Well, I think it's time to finally talk about what's happening with the world.
Oh my God.
I'm sure everybody knows that the world is going to be updated. So,
with regard to this stuff too, it's important to recognize also that
6 new based regions have been added to the world.
Updates. We always do follow-up updates as well. So if your faction doesn't have a type of vessel or something that you think it might, you're probably going to be happy with future updates.
Coca-Cola,
let's get back to the world expansion.
Okay, so a lot of changes to the world. As you'll have probably noticed, a whole bunch of the water-based island maps were removed, and it is my great joy to tell you that there are no more islands chained with bridges. The bridges are gone. There are no more random islands. So Basically, these are new maps. There are a couple of old maps and features from old maps, like you will recognize parts of Tempest Island, you will recognize parts of Fisherman's Row. There are parts of Oarbreaker that are there, but for the most part, we redesigned these from the ground up. And I think maps like Godcross and Oarbreaker have seen almost complete overhauls. There are several new inland maps. So to kind of account for this on the west coast, as we added some on the east coast. The Fingers has been sort of rearranged into more of an island map as it was kind of intended to be originally. So there's a lot more water. There's a lot more open ocean, and they're not all chained together by bridges. Having the interior maps still allows us.
Look at
allowed
some
us
of
to
these
expand out
areas
and create
with
more
like
ocean maps.
inland seas.
So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. If there's anything, Max, that you want to talk about in terms of like the design or anything,
I don't think you'll be getting battleships maybe
Yeah,
in there,
we
but
nuked a
could be
lot, but it just
possible.
felt really good.
yeah, they're mostly gone. Oh, another thing
Bridge
is
removal update.
a lot of riverways were widened and made a little bit more traversable, and a lot of work was done also to support underwater gameplay.
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
sorry, go on, Max.
Not just underwater gameplay too, but we mentioned this earlier. But the rivers, you can sail your ships in and out of these inside lakes, or the inland lakes. You can the bodies of water that exist out in the ocean are not were designed in such a way that it gives you a lot of freedom of mobility for the ships, to give you a lot of strategic depth, a lot of ways you can possibly change the fight from war to war.
Yeah, so removing the bridges was a lot bigger challenge than it seems like. A lot of the gameplay is predicated on all the deployment points being linked, but we really want to take this risk. It's something
True.
that was in the vision for Naval for 5-6 years now, and we expect that these new regions at the edges are going to be a lot more fluid in terms of how often they're contested, and how in terms of
Alex,
territories,
context and phrasing on that
ownership.
statement.
We're just
Context and
expecting
phrasing.
this to be a whole different type of gameplay than what we expect on the mainland.
I also want to clarify a point. We haven't removed bridges.
Oh.
There are bridges in the game. The bridges still exist.
Just in the islands.
They're all gone.
Yeah, no, never again.
Yes.
Yeah. So here you can see some of the changes of some of these maps. Obviously, some of these are pretty dramatic. Like Godcross is basically unrecognizable. Steam and Landing is a location that has been rumored for a very long time. Fisherman's Row is kind of back to its old self. This is kind of how it debuted, with a couple of different changes. Oarbreaker is not exactly the way it was before. There's a couple of similar islands there. Conclave has been redesigned, though we still liked the gameplay around it, so we wanted to keep it, just kind of tweaking it a little bit to make it a little bit friendlier. But there's a whole bunch of new maps. Fingers has been redesigned a little bit in order to
exactly, Alex.
look and feel more like
a coastal
map.
I love you, Alex.
And Tempest Island is pretty much, again, back to the way it was originally, with a few new islands.
I'll never forget
this doesn't even include. Do we have a slide for the interior maps, or were those? Or are we just talking about the island map?
No, it was only this one. There was just too much in this.
So there's three more. There's three more maps as well. There's Reaver's Pass, Silicon Shelf, and the Claustra, which kind of bridge the gaps. And there's been a couple of relocated things, like Port of Rhyme is now in Silicon Shelf, so it's actually at the coast as opposed to Weathered, which is still a little bit more inland than it was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these.
Observation tower changes.
Okay, so we wanted to give you guys more reason to fight over these islands. The question would come up in our development process is why are people attacking islands? What is the point of their existence? Observation towers are one of the ways that we feel this will help expand the naval gameplay. The islands have
That's interesting.
towers, the islands and coastlines, not just the islands, where it's a directional intel.
That's
it's very long
important
range, and you
for
can point it
capturing
in a certain
islands then.
direction to give you intel over a large body of water.
Yep.
So claiming the islands will give you more intel of the surrounding bodies of water. Yeah, and I don't think there's much more to say about that, except that we put it in the activity log to make sure that you guys can
Players
see,
can change its direction
who
too, which
changes
means you
it,
can have somebody
and
up there like patrolling every
hopefully
couple minutes,
we're
turning
looking
it left
forward to
and right.
feedback about these locations, because we might, yeah, we'll see.
Is it
All
will it be
right,
possible
I
to spawn
think
on
that
islands? I
is
think
it
so.
for naval. Now with the big updates, we like to touch different parts of the game.
This means you can make coastal
and
batteries,
there's
you
a
know?
bunch of land.
You could fight those ships.
I mean,
Oh,
most
what?
of the game still takes place on land, so we gotta
Wait, there's
remember
more?
that.
There's
Wait,
more?
there's more?
There's more. Oh my
Yes,
god.
there
I thought it
is
was
one
over.
more section. So
Coastal
let's jump
artillery.
into it.
There's going to be a coastal battery. I'm saying it now. There's something to do with defending against naval invasion. Oh, the GA6 Cestus. Duncan's coin 20 millimeter. Lance 46. Oh, a self-propelled. Mobile heavy arty. SPG. Wow. The Floodmark 9 Stain. Oh, what? You can build V2s now via train? Oh my god. What? No effing way.
All right.
What?
Self-propelled artillery. Finally, Julian.
Holy hell.
Finally. We know everybody's wanted this for a very long time, and we're finally doing it, adding mobile artillery into the game. And yeah,
Wow.
we 150 millimeters.
Oh, that's a nuke? Oh, right,
And it does
basically,
exactly
yeah.
what you think it's going to do. Needs to deploy, needs loaders, gunners,
Then you
driver.
can build it in
You'll need
sections via
someone,
trains.
like with binoculars observing. Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
a great late game piece of artillery. One thing, this is some of the work of our new concept artist. He was relieving me from, so I could focus on getting the feel of boats down, and we all think he did an amazing job on this stuff.
Yeah, very cool.
Wardens are not forgotten. We in the lore, the origins of the flood tank, we wanted to stick to it and have them have a copy of what the colonials are up to. So we thought it was quite fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun to
All right,
destroy.
move things along
Or
since
capture.
We are getting overtime here. So let's talk about the rocket platform. So
Bro.
this is something we've been really excited about.
So does
because
this means you could have
rockets,
multiple
as you know,
facilities
for those of
bringing
you
stuff
that
via
have been,
train.
with the game for a long time, know that we used to have rocket sites in the game, and we had taken a break from them because the game had evolved a lot, and we found that because the rockets were put into place many years ago and the game has evolved, and we needed to go back and take a look at the rockets again, and we want to reintroduce them in a way that was more fitting.
Players can now
with,
build their own rocket
current
platforms
Foxhole
at
gameplay and
facilities.
current Foxhole content. So players are now
Rocket
able to build their
rocket
own
parts
rocket
are produced at facilities and shipped. Oh my god.
They're built using rocket parts that are shipped either by flatbed, train, or all the different ways
Rip
you can
Jade Cove.
shippables in the game. And one of the things we want to do, again, tying it to existing content.
There is no reason if you
way
have
that,
this game not to get back into it as
these
soon as this
rockets,
drops.
Are used
There's
in
so
order
much
to get
to
the
do
targeting
now.
information. You actually have to build an intelligence center. So instead of the old method, you now have to have an intelligence center. So that ties it into the bunker gameplay. They are tweaked differently from the old rockets, so they can fire into the same or directly neighboring regions. And this is a balance factor that may change at some point, but currently that is the current way it works. And again, it leverages the same rare alloys that's used in other new high-end content in the game. So that's it. There's actually a lot more to say on all this content, but again, we're a bit over time here, so we're kind of rushing through it. And
build your own rockets. There.
yeah. So yeah, I'm glad we're here.
Crying and shaking.
But There is one more thing.
One
that
more
we
thing?
want to show you guys.
There's another one?
This is a feature that we've been excited for many years.
I guess I was
And
kind of
like
right about the
many
coastal
things,
battery
we-
thing. I mean,
we
you
thought
could
at one
fire
point that
a
it
rocket at a
wasn't going to be
battleship.
possible. We know players have been asking for this for a very, very, very long time.
Uthris, hold your
And going
breath.
back to those slides at the
Calm
very
down.
beginning, talking
Relax,
about
Uthris.
our
Breathe
ongoing
slow.
commitment, even if the game isn't exactly how you like it now, we're always going to be working on it. We're always going to be making it better. And I think this feature is going to showcase that philosophy the most. So, yeah, I've been so hyped about this feature that
Let's
I
just
feel
stop this.
hesitant. I feel like hesitant in showing this video.
Maybe we
but
just don't show it.
Yeah, let's just stop
All right.
stop the stream
What's
now.
everybody's
I'll hit
guess?
end. It's fine.
Towing?
or-
People think
let's do
towing?
it.
They are now including. You notice trucks having a hitch. Uthris is right. Towing. There it is. He was spot on. Game of the year. Imagine that. Baldur's Gate 3 and Foxhole's towing update. And the winner is Foxhole's ability to add a hitch to a vehicle. And multiple vehicles, too. Look at that. Oh, dude. That means you can just pull up, fire off a bunch of rockets, and then pull out. Or GTA. There's transport trailers, too? A junk wagon. Oh, that means trucks can carry even more logistic. Bro, they're transporting sea mines via truck now? No way. So that means that's going to be how you get things from, to the ships. The spin tires now. That's right. It is amazing how much you can do now in this game without even firing a shot. You don't even have to be in the war. You just build battleships.
All right, finally.
You just build battleships and tow the
7
supply via
years to
truck.
show that video, guys.
Towing
Wow.
has arrived in Foxhole.
Does that
Towing
imply?
has finally
This is more like
arrived.
the
They
what
said
didn't
that
we
couldn't
include
do
update.
it. And I don't know what to say. I'm just so excited about this. It's been something I've been wanting to talk about. I've been wanting to share just for so long. So now certain trucks and half track classes have the capability to tow. They can tow every field weapon in the game now can actually be towed, right? So
No
if
way.
you saw the new field gun that we released earlier, it's one of the reasons why we did in this update. It was actually ready in a previous update, but we felt it was more appropriate to go into an update when we had towing available. So the way that towing works is it's exactly as you see. You back your truck up or your half track into a field weapon or a trailer, and you can use the hitch action, and it connects together, and it just works like that. And different vehicles are going to have different level of towing power. So when you tow, it will impact the speed of your vehicle, and depending on
Oh.
the engine power of the vehicle,
Right.
that may change.
Horsepower matters? It's
Another
the snow.
door that this is opened
Oh
up
my
is
god.
new field weapon mechanics. So previously,
Foxhole
really
is
excited
now a
about having all these different
shipbuilding,
field gun
naval
variants, but,
landing,
one of the things
truck
that
towing,
really bothered us
amen
is that we
brethren,
didn't have the
missile
levers to
launching, rootin',
make them
tootin',
interesting,
shooting,
as
and
interesting as we
scooting,
want them.
hootenanny of
We want them to be. So the different field guns,
logistics. Oh my
they all
god.
kind of worked very similarly, but now we have the deployable mechanic, and that means that there's certain field guns
Snow
that are
Runner's
more
canceled.
powerful, but they require deployment. They're difficult to push with infantry, and
Wow,
you need to use
this is
towing in order to use
amazing.
them effectively. So this has opened up a lot of doors for us, and it will continue to open up a lot more doors in the future. Let's actually get to some of these.
Oh,
field guns, shall we?
spoilers.
Yeah.
Cool. So these field guns, the players that have already played will know that they are existing weapons that are being adapted to the new heavy field chassis.
Ah.
So the 75 millimeter and the incendiary rocket launchers for the Wardens are getting their new chassis.
That thing looks cool as hell.
With the deployable
That rocket
stake.
launcher looks badass.
And the Colonials. If you
Oh yeah, Euro
yeah.
Truck's getting an update
Colonials
too.
were adapting their heavy weapons.
We're gonna play
onto
Euro
the
Truck
heavy
in a couple
field
weeks.
chassis, field gun chassis.
Finally getting
there will be more in the future to
Western
come,
Balkans, like
but
Croatia.
It was more important that we get the existing stuff where it needs to be.
Ooh.
Then in the previous trailer, this slide was moved at the last moment to move it into the towing stuff.
I actually didn't realize it was moved. I talked about it because that was the.
Yeah, no, that was my bad. I moved this one into the towing section.
Look at that.
We are adding some early game. We wanted to add more options for early game. We always do. And talking with the balance team, me and Rob, we came up with some light early game anti-tank, the light guns. So the faction, the difference in the factions being one is more automatic and one is more single shot heavy. And yeah, skip to the Warden one.
Wow.
Mark. Yeah. Next, and there's your.
The hell is
option. Once again, these.
Oh, it's an anti-tank gun.
These were meant to be themed more around older guns that wouldn't see use once kind of tanks roll out, but they are meant for early game action.
Yeah. I have to rush this along a bit, so we're just gonna
like more like an AT rifle.
Some things here and get straight over to
no.
Well, actually,
I want to say one thing about this.
Yeah.
The Wardens needed one more half track for the towing update, and we again the concept art team and balance team came up with the Wardens new towing half track, which is weaker on the offense and has less crew seats, but it's still pretty damn cool.
So the colonial one is going to be the heavy half track.
Yep. The colonials, we are repurposing their armored half track variant because we wanted to basically we looked at what we can do to increase the usage of variants throughout the game, and we decided they had one extra one. They got the armored one as their towing, and we had to fill the gap for the Wardens.
Great. Let's talk about the heavy trucks.
Look at that.
Do you want to take this, Mark?
Yeah, sure.
This is.
So we wanted to add.
Is it missing a wheel?
I've always felt that we've added so many combat vehicle classes into the game, so many tank classes, but on the logistics front, we've only had essentially one base truck class per faction, and we have variants there, but we want to create a new chassis that will open the door to new truck variants in the future. And with towing implemented in the game now, we felt that there was enough. There's a new lever there that we can pull on to make this interesting. So the heavy duty truck class is going to be the best at towing in the game.
I better see some new trucker hats added to this game. The trucker hat update. Look at this. This is crazy.
But the heavy trucks will be impacted far less. And this particular variant for the colonials will be effective off-road. And
roads.
Yeah, this is going to be the colonial heavy-duty truck, and we'll move on to the Warden heavy-duty truck.
Lol.
This is the Warden version. It does not perform as well off-road, but like I said, it will be the best towing truck for the Warden faction. So
cool.
Moving on here. Oh, sorry. Was there one?
Nope. That's it.
Great. And now, moving on to the transport trailers here. So this is with towing. We wanted to give some additional upgrades for logistics.
Hell yeah.
And it was an opportunity here. So transport trailers can be produced at facilities, and they can extend the utility for any.
You can have a truck factory, brother.
Like certain half tracks
and trailers too.
And they can. There's a couple of variants of these actually. So let's get into these. There's the tumble box, lamp loader, and the junk wagon. Interesting names and
amazing names. I love them.
The junk
tumble
wagon.
box is able to hold your
We've all driven one of
large,
those in our lives.
ammunition, like artillery ammo, your large facility materials, your metal beam, so on and so forth. And the junk wagon holds scrap, so just when you're going on your scrap runs, you can hold a little bit more. And then the fuel one, you're able to put various types of fuel into the game. So that wraps up towing, and that wraps up the stream for the most part. So again, thanks for watching, and look out for the update to drop on October the 26th in a couple of weeks. And just to go over a couple of things in the schedule here, what's going to be happening between now and then. So one thing to look out for,
There it
that will
is.
actually go live very soon now.
The new
is
war
official
begins on
announcement trailer,
October
and, this was
26th.
a
That's it.
collaboration between Jeffrey Jennings from Press Corps, from the community, like we did last year. We're very thankful that he was able to collaborate on this again. And
New
it's
member,
a fantastic
welcome.
trailer. The voiceover is amazing. So that's going to go live in about the next 10 to 15, 20
Oh, they
minutes
got
or
a
so.
they got a big
So
trailer.
look out
Okay,
for that.
let's watch the big trailer.
And then we're going to do a Reddit Q&A later this afternoon. And the dev branch will drop next week, followed by a concept art.
So there's a test war on the
blog
23rd, but it
post,
really
and
begins
then,
on the 26th.
that will lead our way into the release. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I'm sure we'll be in touch in the dev branch and on Reddit and various channels in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna be again in the dev branch looking feedback, and a lot of tweaking always happens there. So if there's any, once you get your hands on the content, you'll have a better idea on how everything works, how everything is balanced, and that's when your feedback is gonna be really important. So be on the lookout for that. And I think that's it. Let's wrap it up.
All right. As always, the stream is going to be archived on our YouTube channel shortly after, I believe. Is that right, Mark?
Yep.
Chat, we have so
Okay,
much
and
to
then,
talk about.
Yeah. So
Oh wait, they're
before
about to drop a
Mark just
trailer,
gave
so
all
let's
the
see what
information.
happens.
Usually I give some information here, so
Sorry for stealing the thunder.
you know, at the end of the day, stay foxy or something. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, this game's called Foxhole. So the big update, the major update is going to be on. Well, that was today, but the big update is coming on the 26th of October. Wow, there is so much there. We're going to watch this trailer here. They said they're going to drop a trailer in just a minute. We're going to watch that. But my God, the amount of content that's coming to this game. First of all, that probably means that there might be a discount on the 26th, or maybe there'll just be the Steam winter sale or autumn sale or something by the 26th. Battleships, destroyers, submarines, patrol boats, towing, ballistic missiles, construction, landing craft, reworked naval landings, reworked map, bridges moved around or removed entirely, new islands, adjusted islands. Holy hell. Okay, this is really just like becoming the game to just get. I mean, seriously, like after a stressful day in class or at work, you could come onto this game for like 2 hours and literally just mine materials for hours and hours, load up a truck, drive down a road, drop it off at a factory, never shoot a shot. Just the fact that you could do that is so cool. I really wish that like games like Postscriptum or Hell Let Loose would allow you to do that. You can kind of do those things, but you're still on the front line when you're doing it. But Foxhole, you could literally just build a railroad. You could mine materials to then build a railroad, to then move things around via train, to then build a ship, to then capture a harbor, to then build an oil rig, to then supply those boats with oil, become a ship captain, and then take boats to the oil rig to drop off coke, to then fuel those oil rigs, and then bring back oil to then, or whatever materials, whatever, that, the alloys, for example, to then build more battleships. Oh my God. All without shooting a shot. All we've done in the past is we just like dig foxholes and ambush people on roads, and we're thinking we're sneaky. I mean, this game is now evolved into like tactical nukes. You've got to be kidding me. Uthris, is there a link yet? Oh, Uthris already got it. Perfect. He knew what I was about to ask. Oh, premieres in 11 minutes. This is pure insanity. All right. We're going to world premiere. We're going to go ahead and watch the this trailer here in just a few minutes. 11 minutes, the Foxhole Naval Warfare. This is an on-scene trailer, so everything that we've seen will probably be a part of it, but it'll be nice to hear the presentations for it. My God. All right, let's hang out for a few minutes. We were going to also play Old World in a little bit, so we'll do that later, but now it's Foxhole. I can't believe, I honestly thought we were going to get a battleship, cruiser, and like a destroyer for each faction, and then that would kind of be it, and I really didn't even think about how naval combat is going to be changed. So for the people who've liked the game before for what it's done, those things are getting better, and then they're adding new stuff. What a developer. Wow. That's why these indie... By the way, these folks, Siege Camp, are fantastic, and I definitely need to subscribe. We still need to play Anvil Empires. I've been waiting for the longest time, but we got to get some more recruits. We got to grow the Goof Troop. We got to get more other people to play with for these types of games. So we're Alex has foolishly come back to our community, so we're going to recruit him again for some stuff. But then, of course, Dirty and Lumberjack and everyone else. This is fantastic. But this is going to be a lot of fun to work with everybody and, like, transport things around via truck and, trailer and things like that. Goof Troop applications, yeah. Well, typically because games are limited to, like, I want to play with more of you guys, and that is one of the member perks, too, to play along with us. And the only thing that restricts us is games, Like with SnowRunner, GTFO, a lot of the shooter games, they're all just 4-player. And some of them are even 3-player. But luckily, games like Foxhole, ATS Euro Truck, I mean, Foxhole's on a different level because anybody can join for that. And it's constantly on, so even when we are done with our stream, you can keep on playing. But, yeah, this game is PvP. It's only PvP. Like, everything is done by players. I mean, this is crazy. Wow. Wow. Yeah, fully PvP, exactly. Alright, so it looks like we got about 8 minutes to go. Wow, that's crazy. So, October 26th, I think we're going to put that on the schedule then. I think we can put that on the schedule. I'm going to go to the schedule right now. Oh my God. So the 26th, that's going to be up into next week. So we may as well update this live. Exclamation point schedule if you want to see this, by the way. This is public for everybody. It shows you all the things that I got planning. This is our planning phase. So that would be, what are we at? 22. So that's going to be Wednesday. So October 22. No, 23. 23. From Monday. All right. Where are we at now? The 4th? No, 5th. Oh my God, it's Thursday already? Oh my God. All right, that's going to be I don't even know when we're going to do that. Uthras, you might need to take a day off. Yeah, we're already on the 5th. I can't even believe that. I think September only lasted 8 days. We were on September 2nd. Then it was September 14th, and now it's October. That's all I can remember from last month. We're going to have to put it as a goof troop. I don't know when we're going to do this, so I'll just put it as an all-day thing because I want to play with Alex. I want to play with Uthras. Oh, let's give Alex, our employee, a new briefing too, by the way, Alex. Alex, anything in this blue color that says Goof Troop East, you can join us on. Because I'm looking to play with people during the day. Now, typically, Bradford may be available during the days, and She-Fox may be available during the days. And you can also join us for some of that stuff, too. Any updates on Manor Lords or Frontier? I don't know anything about Farthest Frontier. I haven't played for a little while. As for Manor Lords, I don't know about the next Steam event. However, Keep in mind, guys, on our schedule here in yellow, from the 9th of October all the way to the 15th, Steam is going to have what they call the Steam Next event, and all sorts of games are going to be free on Steam. There's going to be free demos for a ton of upcoming games that might not even have release dates yet. And that's where we played Manor Lords before, and that's where we played Broken Arrow before. So it's very likely that something could be playable on Monday. I know that the Terminator game is going to be free on Monday. Everybody will be able to play that. There's going to be a lot of games that we played over the last month and the last couple months that are going to be free. By the way, chat, October 12th, I think I'm going to play some City Skylines 2. If I happen to get access to that particular title on that day or before. I sent you a Discord message, but pretty much for the 2 a.m. would be max and end for me. No later than that. Might change when I start a new job. No, I think you can go ahead and pull. Let's pencil you in for a 5 a.m., Alex, or before. And then you can be up by like 7. I'll give you a 2-hour personal time is fine. I think that'll work best for me. I'm kidding. Come play whenever. We'll talk. But okay, so Uthris, we got to talk too. Railroads Online also has some new DLC, and I wanted to play earlier this week, but Lumberjack and everybody else has been busy. But I really want to play the new Railroads Online map. I saw, is it Riot Stream playing that earlier? And I was like, I really want to play that. Essentially, here's what I really want to do, chat. I want to stop playing games alone and just start playing with friends all the time. Like, I just want to play, like, Vintage Story and Railroads Online with Uthris with some Foxhole mixed in. I want to play a Hunt Showdown with She-Fox, some airplane games with Bradford, etc., etc. You're trying to get the workers for the Goof Troop Force? Kind of. Oh, yeah, Tropico has a new DLC on the 12th? Oh, yeah. I wonder if they're going to message me about that. They usually tell me. Or, rather... Tropico usually gives me like early access to a new DLC. You're focused on Vintage Story testing at the moment? Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and give you till tomorrow PM. We'll pencil you in for mandatory evening. You're trying to get the server ready for November. Wait, you got how much testing do you have to do to be ready for November? I'll join that though. Also, Uthris, I don't know if you're going to have time for this, but Enshrouded is a game that's going to be multiplayer and will be free on Monday. It looks like Valheim, kind of. But this will be free for everybody on Monday, part of Steam's next event. And everybody's been asking me if I'm going to make a video on it, and it's like, well, probably not, because I'll probably just stream it on Monday. So not a video, but I will play it. Wow, that really reminds me of Medieval Engineers right there. Holy crap! I don't know why, but that's got some Medieval Engineers vibes going on, heavy. Anyway, I know you guys have been asking me to play this, so we'll get the boys in for mandatories. Oh, look at that! Oh, do we have to build scaffolding to build? Or is that just some Fortnite shenanigans going? Oh wait, that looks like the interior supports of the castle. What the hell? Or maybe they're building it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna play that. All right, are we ready? Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes we can watch the Naval Warfare trailer. There's been some great stuff. What are we on, Tropico 6? We got to get all caught up with Alex on his story and lore. Such an interesting dude. 1 minute he's selling fish, and then he gets banished yet again. Will Anvil Empire be on the next fest? No, probably not. The next fest is usually going to be... Typically, it's either unreleased games that have no release date at all and no one knows when the hell they're coming out, or games that are literally next week. So it's usually like games within the next 2 weeks or games that like come out 2 years. Like that's it. There's nowhere, not 3 weeks. Yeah, you got banished from your villain island. Yeah. We got to get everybody caught up. We got such a wonderful community and people in it. We all got to get caught up. Alex built a ramp, yeah. Or a raft, yeah. All right, we got about 60 seconds. All right, let's watch this trailer. All right, so we're about to watch now. If you're just joining us, Foxhole has already confirmed massive things coming to this game on the 26th of October. But we're going to see what their trailer has in store because it's probably going to be very cinematic, and I'm excited to see that. Get Alex and SheFox for stream. Yeah, I mean that's what I want is more people to stream within the AM. But SheFox wants. Here's the predicament with Alex and SheFox. I don't really want my friends to have to buy a game to play with me once. That's not fair to them. Like, hey, buy this game so you can be in my stream once. Like, that's not fair. Unless they really want the game and they're going to play it afterwards, then that's okay. But if we get additional keys for a game, like if developers are kind enough, like last night with Bang on Balls, then we're able to, give those to the friends so we can entertain you guys, which is cool. Because then that way, we just pay for it with our time. And our time goes to entertaining you guys, and that's all part of the evil plan. So you guys got to start watching Uthris more. He's been playing a lot of, forgive me, Uthris, I forgot the name, but he was playing the Avleron or something, the shipbuilder, the spaceship builder. Always cool to see. That YouTube algorithm is brutal. It has demotivated so many people that you guys watch. Me and a lot of other creators, we talk behind the scene, and so many people are they feel like they've done wrong and that they're in trouble and that they're criminals. Like some people who just want to build a zoo in Planet Zoo or whatever, and they're like, my views are down. Did I do something wrong? It's like, no. No, they just want everybody to be an LLC. YouTuber LLC. They want 17 people to be behind the release of a video. And it's like, yeah, that works for Mr. Beast, but like if somebody's covering a new DLC for Euro Truck Simulator, do you really even need to edit that? Do you really even need to edit that? I mean, all you should have to do is just be like, hey guys, this is like literally the DLC. Here, look, I'm in Croatia, and now I'm going to drive to Montenegro or whatever. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. Thanks for liking my video, guys. No, dude, there wasn't 400 jump cuts. This game is released, yes. This DLC, this update is not. It will be coming out on the 26th. But Foxhole, everything that you've seen here today will be playable on the 26th, but the game is also playable now. So there's basically... I think this is going to be the quiet time. Like, even though there's a lot of excitement about this DLC, this update coming out, free update coming out, it's like Tarkov and other games right before a wipe. Like, you can go in there and play, but, like, it's going to be wiped, so, you know. Yeah, Foxhole was released a long time ago. We covered that on its release, but the great thing is that the game, it's just like a new game every couple times a year. It's like, it almost feels like it just got released because they make some pretty big changes to it. And the biggest thing is that a new war begins. But what I really want to see is another PlanetSide game. Can we get another PlanetSide? We haven't gotten one for like years, and I miss PlanetSide being new. All right, here we go.
Foxhole is a massively multiplayer game where thousands of players shape the outcome of a persistent online war. Foxhole's next chapter begins this fall with Naval Warfare, the highly anticipated update that expands the war from land to sea. Build and deploy impressive fleets of gunboats, destroyers, and massive screen-spanning battleships with dozens of players on deck.
Wow, look at that. That looks like a Commandos mission, like you're going to sabotage it or something.
With crews that must work in tandem, above and below deck, taking control of engine rooms, sonar, navigation, and other ship systems. Coordinate with shipmates to deliver and load ammunition, launch depth charges, and deploy sea mines in nail-biting, tactical naval battles. Ship subsystems can be individually destroyed, and compartments may become flooded. Seawater must be bailed out and leaks repaired to stay afloat during naval engagements. A new threat emerges from the depths. Submarines can traverse the seas undetected,
That's cool.
ambushing convoys and thwarting naval invasions before they begin. New base ships allow players to deploy directly at sea to stage coastal invasions. Dedicated landing ships can be launched from these bases to ferry infantry and field weapons to shore. Colossal cargo ships can resupply troops during landing operations, and portable harbors can be constructed to provide logistics for engaged inland forces. The world of Foxhole has been expanded with new water-based regions. Complete with strategic islands and offshore oil platforms, these new territories set the stage for thrilling new naval campaigns across the persistent war. Finally, logistics forces have been upgraded with vehicle towing. Towing enables brand new field weapon mechanics, including heavy field guns that are difficult to move with infantry and require deployment before usage. Logistics units can now produce one of several transport trailers, allowing
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can be done?
Naval warfare also includes new truck classes, self-propelled artillery, player-built ballistic rocket sights.
God, I forgot all about the
more.
artillery. Artillery's going to be a
There's
nightmare.
a lot more to come in the future of Foxhole, so we'll see you at the front line.
Okay, that music could have been a little better. They were kind of like chill on the music. But all right, I'm excited. W nukes, let's go. Everybody seems to be very excited. That's good to see. All right, Foxhole is available now, if you're curious, for those of you wondering. And the update, I'm going to keep calling it a DLC, but there is no paid DLC for this. If you buy this, you get everything that you have seen on the 26th, or you can play now and kind of get started or whatever. Also, a very nice community. Like there's certainly people who take it way too seriously and are a little too protective of certain things, but that's every community. But there are so many people who will help you to get started, and our Discord's one of them. So Discord. Let's play some Old World now. All right, I did not think that we would watch that much today or at all, but so many people were curious about it that we had to. So anyway, we're going to play a game now called Old World, which is a turn-based tactical strategy game. If you've seen Civilization before, you know what this is. With a little Total War sprinkled in on the world map level. So we're going to play that for a little while. And then tonight, we're going to do some Humanity, because that's a zombie survival simulator game, and that's fun. Alex, the door's open for you to join. Mon ami. There we go. Who the hell's Chris Coleman? Oh, these are the... Oh. Oh, cool. You can adjust the tracks. Alright, that's cool. Alright, let's go into Old World. They have a new DLC out called Pharaohs of the Nile, I think. And you can imagine what that would be all about. Alright, what do we got? Scenario, learn to play maps, heroes... there it is. Pharaohs of the Nile. Unification, or can we do our own? We're also playing with all the DLCs on, so all the content that you see is this game plus some DLCs. Philip. Persia, Kush, Greece, Egypt, Rome. Isn't Humanity single player? No, it's multiplayer. We've been playing it. Actually, Humanity actually plays a little bit like Foxhole as well. It's a top-down zombie survival game that does actually act a little bit like Foxhole in many ways. Think of Project Zomboid meets Foxhole for that game. Soldier, Vizier, Pharaoh. Well, I certainly don't know what I'm going to be doing, but fancy. Unification, Pharaohs of the Nile. All right, let's get started. Oh, they refer to Egypt as something else? Kamut? Oh, I thought that was going to keep going, man. I was feeling the rhythm in the rhyme. Oh, whoa. Bro, they let you hover over everything. And everything explains everything. All right. I'm not going to read anything because I'm like that. All right. It is time to unify. Let's go, baby. Wait, what are the rules? All right, unification focuses on the formation of the new kingdom. This combat-focused scenario in a small region, the player must reclaim the lands of Commit by defeating these two guys who are being rude. You started a goal. Eliminate the Echo Kabap within 12 turns. Cool. Where's America? Oh, that must have been it. Pretty. Hexagons, it must be Foxhole. Alright, where's the guy being a turd? Okay, those two guys. Oh, that was fast. Wait, what the hell? We're in Tennessee? This is the Bass Pro Shop's original shop. This is America. Oh, these guys are trying to take our tackle and our bait and tackle. We can't allow that, brother. Well, defend the Bass Pro Shop. Can't let those guys get it. Alright. I think we're good. This game has nice music. Let's see if it's on Spotify. Ooh, it could be. Whoa. Oh, I have a feeling this game's going to be rather challenging. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's go for arrows. Nope. Get wrecked. We still got to defend the Bass Pro Shops. Can I build any more armies? Oh, damn, look at all the stuff we can build. Lighthouse, Ishtar Gate, Necropolis. Damn. The Ziggurat. Yes, resistance for them is futile, yes. Oh, damn, I have an army up here. I didn't even know. What's up, bros? I had a whole army up there. I had no idea. Oh, they're gonna get clapped. Sweet. cool. Zachary, are you able to read the blue pinned message at the top of the chat? City production. Oh, these are events. Okay. Oh, they're going for the Bath Pro Shop. They're going for the heart. Bum 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 bum. Dead. I'm just gonna hold and defend the Bass Pro Shops. God, I love that thunder. Pretty. Oh no. Actually, this is kind of good because once we defeat them here, we can flank right up behind them. You know, this is kind of playing out like another game called Unity of Command, which is a wonderful World War II, both historical and like alternative history turn-based strategy game, kind of like this. I like it. Wait, why was I able to shoot there? Oh, there we go. Damn, the music here is so nice. I like it. Bum 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 bum. Ooh, the thunder. Uh-oh, somebody's getting flanked. Is this Millennia? I actually want to play that game. I'm getting excited for that one. I don't know if that has a release date, though. Let's see if they break out. All right, we can upgrade these units too. If we get enough skill or whatever. Space bears, get out of here. Space bears. Yes, this is Game Boy Advance Wars. That's right. Let's see. So we just need to wait. Oh, those are okay. I thought those were our generals. Well, we got them surrounded now. Careful, you have lost a light chariot. If you lose another, you'll not have enough chariots to complete your goals. Oh, really? I'm going all in, baby. They told me that last time. We won. Oh damn, we had units all the way down here. Oh, those are the units I gained for completing one of the goals. I think I got them all. Oh, capturing. We gotta wait a little bit. Multa. Can we have this unit chill for a turn? Oh, we gotta capture that town too. Don't know why we're shooting at the town. You have failed a goal. Really? Wait, what? There's not even a... Wait, whoa. There's not even another guy on the map. And we're just shooting at a town? Well, the enemy ran out of units, but I think what we need to do is actually connect these borders together. So not only am I supposed to capture the enemy, kill the enemy, but also capture their territory. Wait, are we seriously supposed to just do that? I don't even think there's a garrison in there. What are we supposed to do? Just shoot at the buildings until they surrender? Like, if there's no enemy army in there, why not just... Why isn't it just ours? There we go. Submit bug. I'll bug the developers. Alright. Okay, so now I'll do it with the new rules that I learned. Learned good. Alright, let's go again. Now we'll do a speed run. Ah. So I can only have so many armies move at, like, per year or whatever. I get these orders or whatever. Okay. Whoa, what? They can get on boats like that? What the hell? What is this, the Naval Warfare update for Foxhole out on October 26, 2023? Bro, they captured the pyramid. Nice beard. Why, thank you. That's very nice. I grew it myself. Is that a skeleton? The hell happened? Halloween season, they're putting out decorations. Nice, get wrecked. I feel like we were doing better the first time. Let's check that. Okay. There we go. So we're supposed to, like, shoot at the town until it surrenders, I guess? Did we play Starfield? We did. Full playthroughs on the channel. Can't move nobody. Ah, good. Now we can capture the other city. Alright, they lost their chariots. Now we can surround them. Okay, so we're supposed to take these towns, and we're supposed to do it before the end of a certain number of seasons. I guess we'll see. I know. Food. We gotta capture the good food places. I heard they got a good Dairy Queen up here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, if the enemy is not on the towns, are they like... How are they occupying? Bad town, bad. I don't get it. Like, can't we move into the town and capture it? Like, what the hell? I love the music, though. You think it's to replicate a militia? Maybe, but Now I get some archers. Okay, now I want to capture that part of town. I guess we just shoot that town till they behave. Yay! Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Now we gotta go down here. Yeah, the city's hit points thing is weird because it's like we're not necessarily attacking the city. We want to attack a force that's in there. Oh, these guys got forks. All right, they're ready to eat. Can we go to the farm and eat? Now we got militia to defend the towns, but what's our new goal? Reach and occupy Buhen quickly. I guess we're gonna have to wait till next year. Oh my god. There's gold in them there hills. I'm now known as the Conqueror. Oh, these guys are reinforcing. Oh good, the rest of our army arrived. Excellent. Yay! I did it. Alright, let's get this. We have this unit leave, and then this unit occupy? Oh. No. Damn it. There we go. We have to have a unit in there to capture. Takes a little bit of time. Uh-oh. Strawberries? Yeah, I know. Pick the right ones. Oh, I can't attack, but we are going down the river. We gotta capture Nubs. I'd rather go to a B-dubs instead, honestly. More. We need more. Oh boy. Well, we're getting more. Let's do a feign retreat. Strawberries? Is it the Strawberry Festival again? Let's wait for them to push into us. Ooh, a rout. Yep, route straight to death. Where are you guys going? You hear a storm a brewing. Ah, they got more reinforcements. I can't take on all that. I won't be able to attack with all those forces there. Three archers, 2 swordsmen in the town. Uh-oh. Back into the woods. Clever. Clever, clever. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Oh, no, 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 no. Is there any way we can get more forces here? There's a whole dynasty system in this game, damn. Can we make an outpost? Maybe, but I don't think with this, at the moment we can. Looks like the cities are kind of under their own automatic management at the moment. Yeah, the DLC is called Pharaohs of the Nile. I can't attack since we've fortified, so... I was hoping because we had fortified that we would be able to counterattack. Damn. So not only do we have to attack at the top, but then we have to go down here later on. That's going to be tricky as hell. Let's see if we can play our own scenario. That's just scenario 1 of what seems to be like a 5-mission scenario. That's pretty cool. Oh, 6-part. 6-part. And it looks like one of them is a... Oh, Barbarian Horde. Looks like one of them is a naval conquest thing. Current mod does not allow the games to use the scenario menu. What the hell? I'm a mod? Unload mods and play game of the week. I don't think I'm playing with mods. Unless they mean DLC, but I feel like you should be able to separate that when you choose. Let's see what the game of the week is. We'll see. I don't know if this has to do with the DLC or not. If I see a pyramid, then I'll know. Kush in the Old World. The City of Dank. I don't think so. I want to start my own dynasty, though. The scenario is cool, and certainly tests your patience and understanding of the game. I didn't do too bad for not really ever playing this often. Also, I don't think Egypt is necessarily new to the game, but I think that adds even more to Egypt. Or Egyptian history, maybe. We got, what? Assyria, Babylonia, Carthage, Egypt, Greece, Hatti, Kush, Persia, and Rome. The hell is Rome? Dude, I feel like Rome... If that were a real place, it would probably have like 3 billion games about it, and that it's totally not overdone at all. It would be great to see them make like, 7 million total war games and or other stuff relating to the Roman Empire. Oh, I would love that so much. Because honestly, we have way too many games about ancient Assyria and whatnot. Actually, it's good to see. I want to play Nebuchadnezzar now because not necessarily just the leader, or where, yeah. Not necessarily. There's a game out there where you can actually build cities in Babylonia, and maybe more because of other DLCs and stuff. After we played Assassin's Creed Mirage, like, I want to play more of these types of games. How the hell? What leader can I play as that's from this DLC? I feel like the DLC adds just the scenarios. Oh wait, here we go. Heroes of the Aegean, Rise of Carthage. I think these are DLCs too. Rise of Carthage, I think. Heroes of the Aegean, and then Pharaohs of the Nile. I think the standalone scenario might just be something included. Learn to play, learn by playing. That's what I do. That's what I do. Well, let's just play as Egypt a little bit. The Old World. The tutorial to this game is massive? Really? Oh, wow. Wait, advanced setup. Nation, Egypt. Oh, so we're setting it up to be like a game of, like a Civ. Pretty. Wow, what an intro. All right, Egypt in the Old World. All right, well, apparently we're somebody known as a Parao of Egypt. All right, let's found our capital. Wait, is this a historically accurate map? That sea is not red, that is blue. These people are idiots. Eastern Desert is north. Actually, wait. Wait, are there really that many mountains here? Oh, camels. Let's go. This map feels very... Wait, is there supposed to be 8 players within this very small map? Oh, war is going to kick off right away. Alright, how do I found a city? Oh, the map will get bigger over time? Okay. Alright. You know, honestly, I've only played this game a few times, though I really like it. And I would say this is just as good as, like, Humankind. And I'm very excited to see what Millennia will have in store. And when I look at Millennia, it looks like Victoria meets, like, Civ. But these games are so underrated. I enjoyed playing Civilization 6 again with She-Fox a few months ago. Well, let's start a farming community. Alright, let's do our best to make some friends. We'll do farming. Alright, a builder unit. See, this is something we didn't get really in that last campaign, but I think it was more trying to focus on military. A mine. Oh, there we are. A farm. Okay. Go ahead and start farming, bruh. Well, let's explore up here. Ah, before we were ending the season, this time we're ending the year. Alright, let's go for commerce. We got our daughter. I want her to be a small business owner, damn it. No. We'll have her lazy. We'll have her the laziest job owner ever. A landlord. Ooh, wow. Oh, listen to that. Holy hell. Is that a bird? I can totally hear birds. Oh, yeah. Oh, burb. It's pronounced burb. Thank you, chat. Sorry, I was just enjoying the sound. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a mine for iron. Okay. Looks like a wreckage. All right, horses, you're coming with me. You're under arrest. End the year. Let's see. Duke Nukem III is now old enough to be tutored by courtiers. I see. She's now a student. Good, she's a fine young woman. A marriage offer? We'll go with that. Well, let's see. Let's do tactics. We're gonna go into military. We made Kush unhappy, I guess. I think we're gonna have them sit there for a while. Oh, what the hell is... What is that? Rock? Okay. Those deserts are too distant. But I don't think ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river high enough to stop me from taking over the world. I can't believe he's taken over the world. You were the first to discover this landmark. What will you name it? The Alata Depression. I'm going to call this... wait. No, wait. We got to call it something sweet so people want to visit it, even if it's dumb. It'll be a good tourist attraction. We'll call it Foxhole. How is this even a landmark? Like, what the hell's here? This? There's nothing here. Oh, damn it. I should have named it the Sarlacc Pit. That's what I should have named it. Yeah, Wendy's Valley. That would be good. You know, we need a game in this style that's Mad Max, where you can build up some convoys and stuff. There was a game kind of close to it like that, and I don't remember what happened. I think it was called like Diesel Empires or something. It was actually pretty cool. And I don't know if it came out and we kind of just forgot about it or what. Well, we got Kush. All right, hey, come out with the Kush. In the bag, we got the place surrounded, see? Uh-oh. Barberry yams. Should have called it the litter box. Yeah, it's weird. Like, how is that even a landmark? Like, it's like saying, like, oh, dude, the big flat spot, dude, the landmark. Oh, dude, the dunes of Bro. Oh, over here is the hard rock place of the small mountain spot. How's that a landmark? Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a spot to build the hanging gardens, I think. Welcome. And we could also build a mine. But I'm going to go with food. Thank you very much, Kevin, for the 3 months as a bear cut. Enjoy your membership and all of your perks, man. Smack that join button and become a member today. Wow. Even I can become a member? That's right, viewer. Even me. As in you. You have selected you. The Libyan desert. The Libyans! Marty. The Libyans.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Harvest a resource. Bro, we can harvest cow. Uh-oh, we found Switzerland. I knew it. Fondue. The Fondue Valley. Your second city. I know. He becomes proud, cruel, or intolerant. Oh, God. We'll see, boy. Alright, let's make our next city over Meow. And we'll rename this to... SimCity 4. The Sinai Desert. The litter box. Oh, now he's the intolerant. Great. Ah, the Jordan River. We'll call this one the... Crimea River. Good one, Raptor. Thank you. Bro, you're building an awful lot of stuff on our border. Lady. You're a little too close to SimCity 4. Yeah, she got me sweating it for sure. Oh, I didn't realize that could happen. Administration discovered. Workers, pastures, music, shrine. And we'll go with the free worker. Okay, let's found a city. Rural specialists. All right. We're now known as a settler. And we shall name this city City Skylines 2. Only the greatest of cities. Eight years. Holy crap. We gotta get caught up. Kush is starting to get all aggro. Bum, bum, bum. Can someone sim in that? Oh, sin or sim in that city? Well, we'll have to build casinos if we want anybody sinning. I mean, can't spell casino without sin. Go ahead, think about it. I'll wait. Alright, we're building mine. Let's see. Control 4 cities or kill 5 enemy units. Well, we're already halfway there with the cities, so let's do that. And we could go kill barbarians. Getting pretty close to that. Isn't this where we're supposed to find Lawrence? That is a giant-ass bear. Wow. Keep an eye on these guys. I don't like that military buildup. I don't like it. Your daughter's been overcome by fear and lost one courage. For what? My daughter is supposed to own a small business? What happened? She probably had a little nightmare. We've all had those. Oh, I think you can see what you want to see racing on Instagram. Exclamation point Instagram. Oh, yeah. A lot of that on there, if that's what you're into. Oh, yeah. The hell are those? Bears? Whales. They're whales. Oh, what is this? New humans. Destroy all evidence of these creatures. Okay. Boom. Okay, so now we can... Oh, we discovered a free worker, but what is this? Is this something they're going to build? Give me a military unit. Shouldn't you guys be there building? Maybe they are building. Oh, they're building the mine. Let's build the hanging gardens over there. Be a nice neighborhood to build that. Uh-oh. Looks like Kingdom of Dank got some munchies. Shall we lend Kush some support? You guys need 200 food? She got a little high and lost her way in the hallway. Can't find her way to the fridge. Alright. We'll send some food. You're welcome. Yeah, see, it paid off. We started growing all those farms. Now we can fund Kush's addiction all the time. To Funyuns. And I intend to put the fun in Funyuns. Oh, I do. The Oracle. I can build that too? Isn't that supposed to be Roman? Yeah, let's build a granary here. For all of our good food. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do here. But, whatever. Alright. So, anyway, I thought we were going to play a lot more Old World, but I was blown away by what we saw for the awesome update coming on October 26th for Foxhole. So, anyway, I'm going to be back with another stream of Humanity in just a little bit, folks. So, thank you very much for coming on out again for some more cool games. Old World's out now. The DLC's out now for the Pharaohs of the Nile. And, yeah, Foxhole, we're going to play that for sure at the end of the month. So, thank you very much. One's in the chat. Chat where you at. Smash like for Foxhole, for Raptoria, for the chat, for yourself, and for Old World. I'll see y'all in a bit for our next Big O stream. Thank you very much for watching. You guys are awesome.